look at the formal definition of generics. So what is a generic? So generics is the capability to parameterize types. So far in programming, we have seen that we can parameterize variables. But now we see that we can also parameterize the data type. How so? So with this capability, you can define a class or a method with generic types that can be substituted using concrete types by the compiler. So like before, the compiler will substitute the T or E with the type you are giving it. So for example, you may define a generic stack class that stores the elements of a generic type. From this generic class, you may create a stack object for holding strings and a stack object for holding numbers. Here, strings and numbers are concrete types that replace the generic type. So you see, the working nature of stack is similar. That means it doesn't matter what you are making the stack of. It can be a stack of string, it can be a stack of student, it can be a stack of any other object or maybe integer. How stack works is the same for all these three type of objects. But if you didn't have the capability of generics, we must have written three separate stack classes with three different arrays, one for each data type. But now with generic, we will put the data type as a generic T or E, and then whenever the compiler needs it, it will replace the T's with whatever data type we will be providing. So why do we need generic? The key benefit of generics is to enable the errors to be detected at compile time rather than at runtime. Just like the example before, we see that initially it did not stop the string to be passed in place of object. So it was not a compile error, rather the error occurred when we were running the program. And anytime a runtime error is not wanted. So when we introduce generics and the type was actually replaced by our comparable circle, then the compiler could detect the error that instead of a comparable circle, we are trying to pass a string. So in the compile time, it can detect the error now. Then a generic class or method permits you to specify allowable types of objects that the class or method may work with. We will see an example of this capability shortly. So if you attempt to use the class or method with an incompatible object, the compile error occurs. So let's look at the array list. So this capability actually came after JDK 1.5. So before JDK 1.4, there were no generics. So let's look at the array list before JDK 1.5. So before JDK 1.5, when we tried to add any object in the array list, the input parameter type was object. Then we can add an object in a specific index number. Then we could check whether the array list contain a certain object or not. So here the type was used as object, and it had its benefit for polymorphism. So any subclass can be passed in place of object. But we will see now that this may be problematic for some cases. But after JDK 1.5, with the generics, Now array list is written like this. So array list, then angular brace E, and then in place of objects we now have this E. So when we create an array list of some specific type, the compiler will take this code of array list, replace the E with our prescribed type, and give us a new array list code. So let's look at an example. So let's say we are creating an array list of string and we are naming that as list. Then we are creating the array list. So when we say this, the compiler will take the array list code, replace all the T's here. It will replace all the E with string. So we will now have the add O string, add index, then O string, then get a specific index, the return type is string, and so on. So now the customized array list code replacing the generic type E with string in this case will be like this. So in the place of E we now have specific type string. So if you now have this line list.addRed, so pause this video and think about whether this will have any error or not. So hopefully you have seen that since this add function has the input parameter type string and we are passing a string, there is no error and we can run this safely. For the next line, list.add new integer 1. Again pause this video and think if we can run this or not. I hope you understand now that this will give us a syntax error or compile error. Why? Because the input integer type is string, but we are trying to pass a type of integer, and that's the error. So instead of getting the runtime error, now the compiler can detect this in compile time, and we can actually correct this error before running the actual program. So that's a huge benefit of using generics.